EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Green Bay Packers and themselves. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Lambeau. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone. Down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers under pressure, and they got to him again. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to him.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one. And their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's Tunyon bringing in the quick throw. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Rodgers now on first down. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. That's going to be caught, and it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 30 yards. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one swung out here to Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
He finds Watson complete.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd and a couple, Rodgers.
He'll dump this down to Dillon. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Jones looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Jones again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even, but it's 2nd down.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bowl bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball is going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. On third down, here's Jones. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. They'll go with Jones. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
From the 22, Rodgers caught right side. It's Lewis. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They'll run it with Jones. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Rodgers, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
He'll check this down, complete to Dillon.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
They run again with Dillon.
And some room to roam now. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
A.J. Dillon, 44 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So
there he goes left side. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones,
79 yards.
And the Packers have cut it back within a score. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. And Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want it in with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
But I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And here's Jones again on second down.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, it's Jones. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On play action, Rodgers. Forced out to his left. It fights him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Back to Dillon on first down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They run once more with Dillon.
And a short gain here down to the 22. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The kick by Crosby is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
They'll go right back to Tunyon. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Rodgers to throw. That one caught downfield by Watson.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Crosby with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On the move past the 40.
It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The left side completion to Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. Buying time to his left. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield. But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back in.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
43 yards.
And the Packers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Cousins on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. These two teams all tied after one. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They go play action. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen.
And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Rodgers going to throw.
That's taken in.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And And the Vikings pick up the football.
Finding room at midfield.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Cousins' throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
On second down, Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
On third down, Cousins.
There's Jefferson to pull that in.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. On second and 12, Cousins. And he'll just get rid of it. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it up.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Packers pick it up, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. Throwing is Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Completes it again to Doubs.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. Toward the pylon, caught. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs
from 10 yards out.
And the Packers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive,
as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. The Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 30 on second down, Cousins.
Cook makes the catch on the out route.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Cousins now to throw on first down.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first and 10, Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Joseph is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up first and goal.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll run here with Dillon.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers finding Christian Watson. And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Crosby with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
10 more there and another first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
A first down throw for Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson.
Down inside the 10.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
They try again with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that gives him a 3-point lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. An inside give to Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. First down. Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Cousins gives way to Cook, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd, escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. They're still going to go for it on 4th and goal even after the penalty. No sign of the field goal team. Cousins. Flushed out right.
And he is going to be out of bounds here, short of the line to gain, so that will be a turnover on downs.
So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't...
And Rodgers is going to go down. In the end zone, it's a safety. So just nowhere to escape the pressure that time. He goes down for a safety, and that should all but do it here in this one.
Yeah, they put up a good fight, but you're right. Now they have to kick it away, and this one definitely looks like a lost cause.
Taken in at the 11. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Trucks over him.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Go! 59 mark, 59 mark, check, 59. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game, and I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll go again to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Here's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away.
Back deep is Kadarius Toney.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these cry.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Devontae Wyatt there for the stop.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Steps away to his left.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Mike spot 9, Mike spot 9. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Isaiah Pacheco.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Dancing to his left.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Connection made on the out route to
and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones,
a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Mahomes now on first down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for KC. 58 yards. Defense blitzed, but they picked it up pretty well.
Allowed their man to stand firm in the pocket and not be hurried, didn't it? That allowed him to make the nice throw downfield to help complete that play.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers being chased out left.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Rodgers again now. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Mecole Hardman
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And that's caught at the 2. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead will shrink to 6. after the touchdown. Here's Crosby to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Forced out to his left. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Now he'll escape to his left.
Completed out left to Dobbs. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And now here's a carry heading left. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. 43. 43. Let's go, D.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down, and he's also over 190 receiving yards now. What a game. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And the Packers are right back in this football game. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action. Now Rodgers out to his left.
And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Here again is McKinnon.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and short, McKinnon. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to perhaps salt this one away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Rodgers steps away to his left. Able to find Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. One final try now for Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Rodgers has done it before, but he won't get the connection here, and the ball game is over. It all came down to one final jump ball on the Hail Mary, but